I've spent my whole life exploring the outdoors, and now I want you to come with me. Dive into those questions like, what is my purpose in life? What has God called me to do? Just Ed Wilderness is here to help guide you to those answers and many more. Let's get out on the trail. Hey, let me ask you a question. Does everyone who lives a life of purpose understand their identity? No, of course not. If they did, our society as a whole would experience a lot less anger, depression, addiction, and anxiety. In this video, I'm going to show you a concept that has the power to completely shift your mindset and open up opportunities of truth about who you are. A concept that until now, you've likely never heard of. It's called Identity Precedes Purpose. And it's a foundational alignment with who God created you to be. Hey, I'm Mitch London, wilderness expert, lover of Jesus. I help Christian men just like you gain clarity in your purpose, grow in your leadership, and walk in your God-given identity. It all begins in the wilderness. To declutter your mind, remove false beliefs about your identity. We as men too often live a life of frustration and emptiness because we're searching for that thing to fill the void. You felt this, right? You excel in your career, you come under budget for the quarter, you exceed expectations on a project, and yet it doesn't take long for you to lose interest. Something deeper, those high fives or bonus checks, tells you you're meant for more. I get it because I felt the same tug. You see, the problem is what you're missing is not a thing, but a who. So now what? You begin to answer that calling, to scratch that itch, to fan that flame. You understand your God-given identity begins with 3 mindset shifts I'm going to share with you about building a foundational alignment with who God created you to be. So if you're ready to stop feeling like you're missing out on a greater purpose in life, right now is the moment you shut off all the notifications and focus. The first mindset shift is a term I call identity precedes purpose. Now listen, without truly knowing who you are, you can't truly know what you're meant to do. We waste so much time, effort, and mental energy trying to figure out the what before the who. We see it in Hollywood all the time, don't we? The actor finds fame in the what of his role, or the skill as an actor, and soon falls into addiction, anger, ruined relationships. Why? Because he doesn't know the who of himself. There's no foundation to his life upon which he can build. But we don't have to be famous to experience the same fate. The lack of who leads us to a sickened heart. Maybe you've been hoping for things for so long, pushing through. Don't give up. You just skipped a step. Oftentimes, what happens is we look for the task first. Most call this the purpose. But having our purpose before we understand who we really are leads to frustration and emptiness, and filling that void with things that will never truly fill the void. Once you know the who part, the second mindset shift is almost automatic. It's the what. Once you understand who you are and what God says about you, all other areas come into alignment. Then the purpose becomes clear. Let's break this down to real life. Have you ever had someone make a claim that is so false it was almost laughable? They make an assumption so far from the truth that it doesn't even merit a response. Similarly, when you discover who you are in Christ, any attempt to distract you or paint you in a light that isn't true is just laughable. Or when you're putting together a puzzle, inevitably there's always one piece that when in place, allows everything else to come together almost effortlessly. That puzzle piece is your identity. The effortless task that follows is your purpose. The third and final mindset shift to understand is the words you speak, but not any words. That's the key. Once you begin to align your words with the God-given identity, the magic happens. The floodgates open. This is so crucial. So often, it's our own thoughts and words that are sabotaging our efforts and goals, all because they aren't in alignment with God's thoughts and words. Without that key piece, they don't have His creative power working in them. In fact, it's just the opposite. There's a destructive power being released through them. Now, I know what you're thinking. I already know who I am. Well, the problem is that it's probably based on wrong information. Very likely your identity was not formed in a place of assurance. Instead, it came from what others often, well-meaning but certainly flawed human beings have spoken over you, or even thoughts you've had about who you don't want to be. These are huge issues that may have huge consequences, not only for us, but our families and community if we don't change our mindset and walk in our identity. That's why I've developed Just Add Wilderness, the breakthrough path, so you can finally stop struggling, fighting frustrations, and conquer the doubts in yourself and even the doubts about God, and instead have true hope again. Mental pollution has crept into the mind of us all. We have been told that we are certain things throughout our lives, some of which we believed, others we didn't. The need to clear the clutter and replace it with true biblical foundations makes all the difference. Which is why I invite you to join me and a small group of men just like you to set off into the wilderness for a 4-day backpacking experience into the Colorado high country. The wilderness experience is going to give you confidence, increase your clarity, and help you find your purpose. If you're ready to journey with me and return a changed man, click the link below and apply for a spot on the adventure. Space is limited to just 10 men per trip due to Forest Service regulations and applications coming in daily. To join the Just Add Wilderness experience before prices go up and our trips are filled. Unfortunately, I can't guarantee added adventures based on demand because we're limited by the number of permits that the state grants us. So if you're serious about discovering who you are, finding Christ, and locking shields with other men just like you, click the link below, fill out your application today, schedule your call to talk. And remember, although the best experiences come from the adventure, we understand not everyone is able to come. If that's you, the second best thing is going to be the Wilderness Council Mentorship Program. We also have mountain cabin events, and our courses are coming out soon. I can't tell you how many amazing results that we've gotten for world-changing men just like you who are struggling with knowing who they really are and what their true identity is. So if you're interested in any of our events, courses, or the Wilderness Council, leave me a comment below and let's get connected. If you found value in this video, give it a like and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos helping you to become the man you are meant to be and conquer the wilderness God has set out before you. Enjoy your day and get out in the wilderness. Look at how gorgeous everything stuff is. Tell me you can't get out here and not believe in creation. All right, have a wonderful day. Thanks, guys.